All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to ReeRoles. And I am your wonderful game master, and it is my responsibility to guide these wonderful people here in front of you through a different kind of world than what we usually do here. Instead, our characters get to be responsible heroes and get to help the world and be beacons of hope and all that lovely good stuff. But for now, though, let's see. Do we have any announcements? Oh, we do actually. I have one. If you're in the mood for Vampire the Masquerade, then you should go over to McStabber Studios as they are starting up a Kansas City campaign. It started last Friday, and you may see someone you know over there. As for this channel, we may have a few more announcements coming down the pipeline soon, but for now, that is all that I'm going to say. Which means that these lovely people get to tell you what they're up to, and we'll start with Di.
Hi, I'm Di. You can, yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm playing Hannah tonight, and she's going to be a lot of fun. And in the social media wasteland that we now exist in, I'm mostly on Tumblr as Dichomaniac, so you can find me there shit posting.
All right, next up, Ari.
Hi, I'm Ari. You can usually find me here. Most times. I am also over on the Twitters. I don't post much over there. The occasional possum. The possums have dwindled, not in my heart, but just on Twitter, because it's a hellscape. But I will be playing Rowan tonight, and I'm excited.
All right, next up, we will go with Kira.
Hi, I'm Kira858. It's a blast to be back. I'll be playing Cameron, who you'll discover more as the game unfolds. But that's me.
All right, so with our cast mostly introduced, we will just go ahead and move into the content warning. This is going to be a bright and more sunny series, so if there is anything that you find uncomfortable, please feel free to mute or step away. There shouldn't be anything too unexpected, but your enjoyment and your safety is paramount. I have spoken with these wonderful people about what they are okay with and aren't okay with, and we have managed to come to a good setting that I think we will all enjoy. But with that said, we are going to join our young group of, we'll just go with young people, as they are taking the time to do what all teenagers have done at least once in their lives, and exploring the Cleveland Metro Parks Zoo. And we are going to dive in as Rowan is making her way through, we'll say through the botanical gardens, the warm air, the humidity. You find yourself making your way past a wonderful exhibit on what you think are exotic trees. Rowan, would you like to tell us what you're looking like today?
Rowan is your typical popular looking girl, blonde hair, big blue eyes. She's dressed in a blue, slightly long sleeve shirt. She's got a little jacket over it and a pair of jeans and some boots. And she's wandering through, occasionally stopping to take pictures of stuff that she finds interesting or pretty, mostly the flowers, because she's like, oh, this is so pretty. Oh my goodness, click. And she's wandering on through for the rest.
All right. As you are making your way through and taking pictures when you can, you've run into a fellow classmate of yours. He's a bit taller than you, maybe 5'6", 5'7". He has kind of a mop of dirty blonde hair. You recognize him as Troy, a person who was on the basketball team. And as he kind of bumps into you, he looks over at you as he's going past, and he goes, "Yo, Rowan, we're gonna go over and check out some of the bugs. You want to come?"
Uh, it's a great plan. Bugs are very valuable to the I can't with the legs. Um,
Okay.
uh, uh, are there like spiders over there?
I don't know if they're spiders, but we do have to complete the word, not word search, the game for the grade, and just there might be
Oh,
some.
all right. Well, lead the way.
No problem. And as the two of you are making your way through this bit of a maze of nature, how closely are you following Troy?
She is walking slightly to his side until they get to the bug area, where she's pretty much going to slide behind him and use him as some form of a shield against any sort of insect she sees.
Sure. As you get into the more and now you're making your way into the dinosaur and reptile exhibits. You find some more bones and things like that. Are you going to look for anything from your scavenger hunt here, or are you just going to keep moving?
She'll poke around, see if there's anything on her list before moving on.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
Oh, you did not say to pull out a D100.
I did.
My
I did.
good
I didn't
sir.
tell you not to have them either. I did not. I did not tell anyone not to have D100s today. So you never
90,
know what to expect from me.
98.
Cool. All right. As you are making your way, you do find, as you're just kind of checking the guide, you find that one of them is very clearly the T-Rex exhibit. And as you make your way over, you see the large size of the T-Rex skeleton kind of looking down at you. As you begin to kind of fill it in, you hear some more kids come in from behind you. And I would like for you to make the first official roll of our campaign. This is going to be a speed defense roll, and the difficulty will be 2.
Okay, what am I rolling? Okay, I
So
have.
roll a d20, and you
Right.
want a 6 or better.
6 on the dot. This dice may be going
All
to
right.
jail.
As you are writing down, you just finish getting the description of the T-Rex as a person comes in and you feel them slam into your shoulder, and you are just able to kind of keep your footing that you stop from going over the cordon off section. But as you step forward, the notebook you're writing on comes out of your hands.
Son of a biscuit. She's gonna try and catch it.
As you go to pick it up, you see you are not the first one to it. A young woman, with kind of long, straight blonde hair, dressed almost a bit too expensively for a trip. And you recognize her immediately as she grabs your notebook and kind of holds it disdainfully as Heather. And she looks over at you and she goes, Rowan, you're supposed to be keeping these things to yourself. Some of the stuff in here actually have some value to them.
Well, yes, but I was not expecting to be accosted by our fellow classmates. And she's gonna like gently try and take it from her.
She does not release it. And she just kind of, you see, she just begins to look at it. And then she pulls out a very nice cell phone and just begins taking pictures of the sections you've already filled in.
Oh, I guess sportsmanship is something that only the basketball team seems to understand.
I understand winning, which is really the only thing that people remember anyway.
Really, the price for this is not even really all that great.
So why do you care what I do with it?
I care when people should be actually putting in the footwork for things and not just, using other people's benefits. Like, it's not really that fair. There's an amazing stick bug back there that's really fantastic to look at.
Yeah, I imagine you would be interested in bugs. And as she finishes taking pictures of the notes you've taken, she just kind of tosses the book behind her as she begins to walk away. Would you like to try and catch it?
Yes.
All right, make me another speed defense roll at difficulty 2.
So 6 or higher. 17.
All right, you reach forward and gracefully you're able to grab it and stop it from hitting the ground, and you manage to make sure none of the pages are ripped. And you catch sight of her just as you secure it. You catch her leaving the dinosaur exhibit.
I hope the battery on your phone dies. Go back about her business.
Okay. All right. And while Rowan is dealing with her trials and tribulations, Hannah, what are you doing?
I am wandering around. Part of me's probably kind of trying to keep a half eye out for Cameron, but while I have sort of split my attention on that, I am probably very studiously trying to get this assignment done, just really like honed in and focused. So half split there, and also like, all right, where am I going next? And trying to map it out and find a plan. Kind of wandering, face in the sheet. It's like half looking out, half there, and not really paying attention to most of the other stuff that's going on.
Okay. Make me a speed defense roll. Because you are distracted, the difficulty is going to be 3, which means you need to roll a 9 on the dice.
13.
All right. As you are making your way through you are in the live animal exhibit, and you're making it past a couple of the monkeys. And just as you turn, you catch the barest glimpse of motion, and you are able to take a step back just as your teacher, a Mr. Johnson, steps from around a corner, and you just narrowly avoid bumping into him. And he kind of looks down at you and he goes, "Oh, Hannah. Oh, that would have been unpleasant. Oh, where are your classmates?"
I pushed some glasses up on my nose a little bit. I don't know. Here, I think.
I am very glad to see you taking an interest in your education, of course, but these are opportunities for you all to spend time with each other and build friendships and to socialize. You should, oh, it's all right. Come with me. It's almost time for lunch anyway, so.
I have to finish this.
You will have plenty of time to finish, I assure you.
So, if I stop doing this and then I don't finish because you're making me socialize, you're not going to fail me, right?
You will do just fine, Hannah. I assure you, you would have to try very hard to fail anything at this point, so you can relax a little bit.
Okay, because I don't know, but like there's also like some younger kids running around. I just want to keep an eye out. I've got a buddy that's down in middle school, and he's been like really getting bullied a lot. And I just want to make sure he's okay. But I also have to do this, and I don't. Do I have to go with them?
You don't have to, but you do need to be close to your class. I'm aware that you and your younger friend are quite close, but I have it on good authority that he is doing just fine. And you'll be able to see each other at lunch, so it's okay to relax just a bit.
Hannah kind of tries to take in a deep breath and relax a little bit, but you can tell it's very forced, and while her jaw maybe unclenches a little, her shoulders are still hunched up kind of around her ears. I'm not going to be able to get out of this, am I?
It will be a opportunity for us all to grow. Do you have a favorite animal?
Uh, I, I like the seals.
Okay, well, that is something. Why do you enjoy the seals? What is it about them that has drawn your attention?
They're very round.
And they are. Well, I don't believe there are any seals at this time of the year, but we may be able to find an exhibit about them if you will come with me.
I accept your bribe. And I'll follow Mr. Johnson back to whatever terrible teenage hellscape he's dragging me into.
Sure. So as you all are heading through the rest of the exhibit, you are able to see a variety of kind of warmer weather animals. Do you continue walking, or do you attempt to grab some more information for the scavenger hunt?
I probably if I see anything like out of the corner of my eye, I'm trying to like jot it down really quickly. But for the most part, I've kind of resigned myself to the fate of socialization.
All right, roll me an intellect roll. It'll be a difficulty 3 to see if you could continue filling this out without being noticed.
Oh my god, a 9 on the die.
All right. As you are walking, you come across a section on the giraffes, a small little tablet, and you're able to just get enough of the information down as your teacher is going over the history of the savanna animals and recounting the importance of the lion, and you are able to just finish before he turns back. Well, we should. I don't wish to give you too many of the information. Shall we head inside? It's kind of sort of warm out here.
Giraffes have the same number of vertebrae in their neck that humans do.
I will let Miss Janine know, and she will add that to next year's scavenger hunt. And I'm sure that she will find that information very interesting.
Okay.
All right, well, it is time for you all to be getting together for the final count before lunch, and then we can begin to make our way back towards the buses and the final presentation. Let's continue. And as you all are walking, you see coming from the building to your right, Heather, a woman is a bit difficult, we'll say, to get along with in some situations. And behind her are 2 other young women with almost identical hairstyles, and they're all wearing these pink sweater vests as they're moving, and they kind of look over at you. How does Hannah react as these 3 young classmates of hers look at her?
I see Heather and I immediately try to make myself as small and unassuming as possible and focus, and once again, just like try to make myself not a target. I am the prey animal on the savannah, and Heather is a lion, and I recognize that, and I want to hide. Even though I can't, but I want to be not perceived.
Okay. All right. Make me a speed defense roll. Difficulty 2.
17.
All right, you are able to kind of obfuscate yourself amongst the other animals and other kind of people around, so they just kind of look over at you and just seemingly pass you by.
Knew I could turn invisible if I wanted to.
Okay. And as you are being led back into the building, Mister your teacher kind of looks around and he goes, "All right, kids, it's time. Gather up, gather up." And at this point, we are going to follow and see what a young Mindy is up to. Mindy, what are you dressed like today?
Oh, well, let's see. I'd actually written this down because I didn't want to be caught with my pants down. It's okay, I don't wear pants. Um, I would actually that's I would say today probably we're at the zoo, right?
Yes.
Okay, so probably just wearing some brown shorts, maybe a ooh maybe a brown shirt, something that looks like I'm wearing like something looking an explorer, because I'm exploring at the zoo, uh, and just a little backpack, maybe a little like koala backpack or something, um, and I want to say maybe yeah maybe a little safari hat. Got to be dressed for the zoo.
All right. Mindy is looking every bit the adventurer. As you are making your way through, tell me, has Mindy been completing the scavenger hunt assignment that they were given for this day at the zoo?
Ooh, she would definitely be all about the scavenger hunt. I mean, might get distracted by some cute animals, but I mean, the scavenger hunt's priority number one.
Okay. So as you are going down, you've got most of your list filled in. There are a few more, and as you look around trying to find the giraffes and the small section on the koala, you hear one of the teachers calling for the group to meet up. What do you do?
Teacher's calling for us to meet up. Looking down at my checklist. Did you say it was almost done?
Almost done.
Almost done. What's the last thing on the list?
You figured out there's three more. You figured out two. One is the koala and one is the giraffe exhibit. The third one you still haven't quite pieced together yet.
Okay. And none of those are nearby, right?
You think you could probably get to the giraffe if you're fast. The koala might be pushing it.
Okay. Well, I don't want to miss what the teacher has to say. They might have something important, but I think we could squeeze in one more item on the list. Mindy is a little bit of an overachiever.
All right. In that case, make me a speed defense roll. This is going to be to see how you can navigate through crowds. So if you have any skills relating to moving through crowds, they will apply. And your difficulty is going to be 3. As you're trying to move quickly.
So you said it's a D20 or? Wait, I can't remember what dice we roll in this game. Sorry.
It's a D20, yes. Okay. D20, you want 9 or better.
9 or better. Okay, because I have a... And does the number of your actual speed rating matter for the roll? Okay. It's basically just hit points for your thing.
Yes, they will have more uses later, but for the moment, it doesn't add too much.
Gotcha. Okay. Got a 10.
All right. So you managed to kind of duck down, and you're using your smaller frame to kind of squeeze in between people. And just as you begin to catch sight of some of the other people around you beginning to move towards the teacher, you manage to reach the giraffe exhibit. And you begin quickly jotting down everything. Do you try to go for the koala exhibit now, or do you go for your teacher?
Hmm. How far away from here is the hot koala?
It will be a long distance, so there will be a
Oh.
check to see if you can get there, but it's close.
Um. Hmm. Minnie doesn't want to push it. She might miss something. With the teacher, she can. The day is still young. We got time.
All right, so you fall in and you begin to sketch some of the other classmates. You do as you're making your way through. You see Heather and her friends are making their way over. You see Hannah is already right next to the teacher. You see Rowan is making her way from what you know to be the dinosaur exhibit, the very first exhibit that you managed to see. And after a few minutes, all of you are kind of grouped together, and you see the teacher begins to count each one of you. Is there any of the three of you want to do while this count is happening?
Hannah.
No. Yeah.
How far did you get?
Um, I think I got most of it. I still have like 3 or 4.
Which ones are you missing?
Um, I'm missing. I'm missing the thing about the gators, and there's a thing on otters here that I didn't get a chance to go see the otters. Did you know otters are really mean?
I did not know that. No, I was just comparing notes because Heather stole my book, so she's got a little bit of a head start, and I don't want her to win. I
No.
got my book back, but
I don't really like Heather, and she makes me really nervous. But do you want me to?
no, it's fine. I was just wanting somebody else to win first, so I don't know if you have anything that I already have.
We could. Do you want to share notes?
Sure, we'll share notes. Because I
Okay.
really don't want her to win.
I really don't want her to win either. I hand my paper over to you.
Yeah, we'll exchange books.
I'm scribbling furiously, and do I think these answers are right? Would Rowan, would you have written down like the right answers, or do you think like?
Rowan's very intelligent, so she aims to try and be top of the class. So yeah, no, she spent her time making sure everything's right.
No, cool. Like, hey, it's interesting either way. Thank you for sharing. Mr. Johnson said that we would have time to finish, but I really don't think he really understands what time it is, and we're gonna lose track of time, and they're gonna wrap us all on the bus, and we're not gonna finish, and we're gonna get a bad grade, and we're gonna fail, and our entire lives are going to be ruined.
We're not going to fail, and our entire lives are not going to be ruined. It's okay. We got this. You only have like 3 things left.
Yeah, but it's not done.
We'll get it done after lunch. Like, I think the gators and the otters are close to each other. As I pull out my map to look to see if that's the case.
Yes,
I
you
hear the
do
gators and
see-
otters are actually in the same enclosure.
You see the section on the gators is not a live exhibit, and you do see that it is not that far from where you are now, and it is not exactly close to where the koalas are, but they're not. It's not far either. You would be if you followed you think if you followed you could follow a straight line from one to the other.
So if you leave here and like scooting over to like show the map, you can hit the gators first and then the otters.
Oh, wait, yeah, okay, yeah. We could do that. Have you seen Cameron anywhere? I told him I'd check on him.
Oh, the younger kid you hang out with. No, I have not. I think they're with their own group. I didn't see them when I was over near the dinos or the bugs.
I really thought he'd be near one of those, but okay, yeah, we can figure it out. Yeah, should we skip lunch? Or should we do lunch and then go?
Doing lunch is smart because food gives us brain power.
Mindy can overhear Hannah freaking out and Rowan trying to comfort her. It's like,
Right?
are you
Right,
guys
Mindy?
okay?
Yeah, totally normal.
Food brings.
Hannah, you seem a little stressed.
Totally normal.
Did you give her caffeine again?
No, I didn't give anybody caffeine. Do you think they serve caffeine here?
I mean,
I could really go for like an iced latte.
I don't know about that. Maybe, probably. Like, I'm sure they have soda machines, though, right?
Probably. That's better than nothing.
I don't
Black
drink
coffee
soda.
would be
It's terrible.
Good. Hi, Mindy. I like your outfit.
Oh, thank you, Hannah. I figured it would be great for today.
It's like Disney bounding, but for the zoo.
I know, right? I wanted to feel like I was in a like a Disney like zoo adventure movie.
Yeah. Tarzan was a good movie.
And oh yeah, Tarzan was love that movie.
All right. While the three of you are dealing with Tarzan, our focus is going to shift. And we are going to follow young Cammy as they are just finishing up the underwater exhibit. Your teacher has been guiding you all through with the help of a very, let's say, energetic tour guide, a young woman who looks to be like maybe in her early 20s with these kind of short and blonde hair, and she's been wearing these almost what looks to be like reptilian headpiece. It almost looks like it was originally bunny ears, but has been since changed into a variety of different sea creatures that can kind of just almost be added on depending on whatever she's talking about at the moment. And as you all are being led in a straight line out of the exhibit, she turns to you all and goes, "All right, kids, now who remembers which is the smartest of the undersea animals?"
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Cameron looks around at everyone else. They're long, black, but they're also cursed with white and gray streaks, and their C3 like hair as it falls down their cheeks. It comes really long, almost to the point to where it almost looks like he hasn't had a haircut in ever. It falls straight down their face. There's like dirt smatches across his cheeks. And he looks to be biracial, probably half black, half white, with blue eyes and large cheeks. He's shorter than many of the kids in his same grade, with this baby blue T-shirt that has M&Ms on it that are running around running around in the circle. And then there's a black and white striped shirt underneath it that is filled with holes. It looks like it's been used. Both shirts. It looks like they've been used for a very long time. He has very loose pants with massive holes in both knees, to where you can almost be able to see the entire leg. And the sneakers. I think they would be Chucks, that are definitely very dirty. He has a very worn backpack. Only has one stripe on it. The other stripe is completely gone. And it looks like this backpack is also on this last leg, but there's actually duct tape on the one that still is hanging on by a thread to keep it in usage. And I think Cameron is actually looking at the souvenir shop when the teacher is asking this question. to see all of these really pretty clothes and cotton candy and such. And I think he like even like licks his cheeks, licks his lips a little bit when he sees it. And then the question kind of brings him back to reality as he looks at the teacher and he says, "Dolphin?"
Close, but no. Anyone else? And you see a few other answers go up, and then she looks at each of you and she goes, not quite. And then you see a younger girl, maybe a year younger than you, with kind of long blonde hair, raises her hand. I think you said it was the octopus? And she goes, it is. And she hands over a small brown ticket. And then she turns to each of you all and she goes, all right, does anyone need to use the bathroom before we make it to the alligator exhibit?
I guess we should. I'll go. I'll be
All
right
right.
back.
All right. We'll for the rest of you, we will stay here. We'll wait 5 minutes and then we'll continue going. So please take your time. There's still both bathrooms are over here, and if you need to throw anything away, please use any of the trash cans located over here and over here. And you all are free to kind of mill about for a moment. And what does Cammy decide to do?
So Cammy makes their way to the bathroom. As they go inside, they are far too short for the standing stall, so they have to go inside the actual clothes cabinet. And you know they take care of business, wash their hands as much as they can. Of course, they even as they do so, you know, they have the classic kid mentality of not really getting in all the right places. So, you know, they don't know about the whole 30-second rule or anything like that. So, you know, he just watches his hands as best as he can where he thinks he's got everything taken care of. And he'll head back out of the bathroom, take out a little sketchbook that he has within his backpack. Actually, it's not a sketchbook. That's too expensive. He would have just a standard 200-page notebook, but this one would have drawings in it. And he'll take out a yellow number 2 pencil and just start looking at something that's close by that he thinks can be able to stay long enough to where he could be able to get a quick sketch in. And yeah, we'll try to sketch something.
Okay. Looking around, you find what looks to be a picture of the Savannah exhibit in the distance, where they have what looks to be like a stone lion kind of at the top of a long stone outcropping to almost make it look like it's looking over the exhibit. Very reminiscent of a movie that I won't say because I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. But it's a very, very iconic movie that people may have noticed very prominently about a circle of living things that you all may know. Roll me a intelligence check. If this is going to be an artistic skill check, so if you have any skills related to that, they will help you. And the base difficulty is going to be, actually, you roll the dice, and the higher the number on the dice, the more detailed it will be. There will not be a base difficulty.
Okay. Can you go inside the box, please? There we go. Okay, 11.
Okay, you begin, and you manage to do a very good job of getting the image and the beginnings of the image in a very 3D shape, almost to the point where it looks like it's the beginnings of an image that's going to kind of make the lion almost be in the middle of a hunt. And just as you're beginning to get that kind of basic skeletal design down, you hear the tour guide calling for everyone to get back together.
So close. So close. Okay.
It takes every effort possible as they look around the exhibit to pull themselves away from the drawing that they have, especially because it was coming across so well. But they'll take their number 2 pencil and put it in between the ring of the notebook and make their way back to the group.
Okay. And as y'all are coming back, you see the tour guide and the teacher begin to do a count of each person. You all are reassigned back into your line. And after a few minutes, you all are sneaking your way through the next section of the exhibit, which is kind of like the transition from the water creatures into the savannah creatures, and you kind of have a section in the middle that are just kind of very quickly through all the other animals. And you catch Sarah, the girl from before, very quickly taking a picture of the little podium in front of the koalas. Do you do anything?
I think he will look towards Sarah taking a picture, try to look at the image itself, and then suddenly you just hear as his stomach starts to growl, and he realizes he didn't really have much to eat today. And I think the popcorn smell and the kind of candy smell kind of like drifts through their nose, and it kind of distracts them a bit before returning back over to Sarah. Did she take it from a cell phone?
Yes.
I think he will look at all at the cell phone because he has it. He definitely would not have one by any means. Not where he stays at. So I think he just stares at the cell phone for a second and says,
Yeah. Did your mom buy you that?
Oh, well, yeah. It was more my sister's idea, really, but it's pretty cool. I can call home and I have to walk and things like that, but it's.
How does it work?
Oh, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, and she does hand it over to you, and you can see it is a very it's a very modern phone, very touchscreen, and the kind of that block style. I don't think you can say that either without getting copywritten. So it's a very nice phone. I don't remember the actual rules for copyright, so it's a very nice phone.
Good.
If this was a Nickelodeon, I would have made it like an alternative version.
Banana
I
phone.
forget what they called. Sure, it's a banana phone. Yeah,
Banana phone.
banana phone. Yeah. And she kind of looks at it and just, it's pretty simple, really. You press this button here, you kind of just put your finger over it, and it'll unlock. And then here's social media and stuff. There's a YouTube. No, I can't say that either. God dang it. Tube face.
YouTube?
Tube face. Can you? I
Mention the
don't
name
remember.
of the
I don't know the
product.
rules.
You
I don't know the
can name
rules.
you
I
can
don't
name
know. I
products.
don't know
It's
these
okay.
rules.
It's okay.
And yeah, you see YouTube and all the social medias, including if you don't recognize. The one looks like it's just for blogging. But
It starts to become a problem if you start denigrating them.
everyone is to be nice to all social media on the channel. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. If you want, you can make calls by pressing the little phone icon.
Wow. You could do so much with it. Like you could watch YouTube. You could watch it all day and you would never get bored. And then you could call people.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of boring after a while, I guess.
It does?
I can't really draw things like you though. I saw you were making a picture before.
Oh, oh, that's, it's just something. I don't. I just feel like I can. When I see something, I want to take it with me, and the only way I can really do that is when I draw it. I don't have like a cell phone like that where you can like take a picture and then you have it perfect. I just have my version, which it's okay. It works.
Oh, I can take a picture of you if you want.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What do I do? Do I?
I'll just stand over here in front of the lion, and I'll do it. Here, hold on. And you see she kind of takes the phone and just very rapidly just kind of clicks through things. And all right, on three, say banana.
Me?
And you see Cameron. Yeah, they never had a photo taken, like especially for maybe for like a class picture where they had to, but not like a friend or something. So I think they try to like move around in a circle, see what they want to do with their hands. Try to figure out like, okay, how does my body move to make it look like the right way? And I think as that happened, kind of like the backpack kind of like slides off, and as it slides off, they grab the backpack and like pull it against their chest as like a almost like a teddy bear for comfort. And then they say,
Okay, I'm ready. Banana.
And she takes the picture, and just for a moment, she kind of runs up to show you the image, and it looks almost as if the lion is positioned just above you and looking down. And it's almost there are clear signs of like the beginnings of someone with a talent in photography. And she goes, "Oh, you're good at being in pictures. You should do more."
Okay. Thank, thank you. How did you do that? That lion was not. I mean, otherwise there would be a lot of screaming. Well, I would hope there would be screaming if a lion was that close to me, right? So how did you do that with the picture?
Oh, my sister says it's about lighting and like angles and stuff. I don't really get it, but if you do it just right, you can kind of make things look like they pop out.
Uh, your sister? Hmm. Must be nice. Um, thank you for this.
No problem. And as you all are finishing your conversation, you hear the teachers begin to call everyone together for lunch. And I think this is going to be a great time for us to take our break for the evening. As our young future heroes are making friends and dealing with the troubles and tribulations of teenagers. So we will be back in about 15 minutes to continue our adventure and to see just where all this is going to go. So I hope you will continue to join us for this wonderful adventure. All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to our superhero campaign. We are heroes. We are going to dive right back in as our young teenagers and pre-teenagers are gathering up for lunch. You all now see a dark-skinned woman kind of wearing a dark brown and black dress with these very nice kind of long earrings, and she looks over at each of you all as your groups are coming in. All right, we have an hour for lunch. For those of you who packed your lunch, you may go and check the coolers over there. For those of you who wish to spend money at the food court, you may. Remember to be back here within an hour, so that leaves us at 1:30. And we will continue. If you wish to split up, just let your teachers know where you're going, and stay with your buddies at all times. And please find myself or one of the parents if you have any questions. Do not wander too far away, please. And I leave the story to the four of you.
Who's got stuff to check off? I still got a couple things.
Um, Yeah, yeah, I've got like three or so things left on here. We were sharing notes, but if we're gonna do lunch, then I gotta get my lunchbox. I gotta go find my friend. I told him I'd share my lunch with them, and so I really I need to do that. But you can well no, you can't keep it. Rowan, if you want, you can take a picture of mine, so I can keep mine, but then you can have the answers.
Oh, I already like wrote things in my book. I need to go buy lunch. I forgot to pack it.
No, that's okay.
I'll
I
be back though. I'll hurry up. I'm just gonna go grab and come back.
Yeah, yeah. I'll grab Kimmy and bring them back, and we can help them out, and we can figure out where we need to go next.
Yeah, yeah. Mindy, did you pack lunch?
I mean, I think I got a little something here. Just pulls out her claw backpack.
Okay. Well, I will be hopefully not too long. And she'll let a teacher know that she's going to go purchase lunch and
Oh,
skitter
don't
off.
worry. I'll go with you. I don't have you wandering off alone,
Pretty much.
Not when there's Heather's about.
right? The worst. The worst.
All right, sounds like you all are splitting up. So we will follow Hannah to begin with. So, and as you're making your way over, you see there are a number of parent volunteers who are standing kind of at a bunch of those water coolers, and they're kind of opening them up, and they're pulling what looks to be like white tabs off and kind of holding them up and calling out names. Do you get in line, or do you go and look for Cameron?
I think I want to try to grab my lunch first.
Okay, so you kind of settle into the organized chaos as just kids are kind of standing around. Some of them are hearing their names called and they're reaching forward. Roll me a strength check here. It's going to be might. So if you have anything relating to strength, and it's going to be a difficulty 3 to kind of muscle your way forward.
Nope, I got a 6, so 3 short.
You attempt to kind of push your way into the crowd, but you just kind of you don't really assert yourself well enough, and as you're kind of you need to make room, and you keep kind of finding yourself being pushed back to the back of the line. After a few, you kind of do this a few different times, and you just kind of find yourself just being unnoticed.
Knew I shouldn't have made myself invisible earlier. Do I recognize like any of the parents or teacher? I imagine that despite all of my awkwardness, I am still a good student, and I don't generally cause problems. Would I feel like I would be that kind of kid that gets a little bit too close to the adults because I don't really get along with people my own age or haven't really, and so I've sort of tried to form like that sort of relationship with them, or the adults like me. Can I like? Is that a thing I can have?
Sure, you could
Can I
you can
leverage
have
it?
a good relationship if you wish. We'll say you do know a few of the parents, as some of them come to various after school events that you've been to. So what I will say is make me another might roll. However, this is going to be an asset for you, which will take the difficulty down from 9 to a 6. So you only need to roll a 6 on this.
Oh, thank God, it's a 9 this time.
All right. So this time you kind of call out to one of the parents who does notice you, and she does grab the lunch with your name tag on it, and she's going to reach for you. And I am going to take the opportunity to do a GM intrusion. So, at the moment, you all don't have experience points, so you are unable to prevent this. But you will gain some now. So I am doing this GM intrusion against you. So you are able to gain 1 experience point, and then you are able to pick one other person at the table and give them an extra experience point. And you could pick anyone you like for any reason you like.
Ooh, I think I want to pick Rowan because Rowan was really nice to me when I didn't expect her to be, as being like that higher social status. And so I would like to give Rowan the experience point.
All right, so you both can add 1 experience points to your character sheets. And as you are reaching out, you see another person reach out for your bag as well. You aren't sure if they think that it's theirs or not, but as you both grab for it, you kind of both get a good part of it, and the bag is going to rip, and the things on the inside are going to spill out.
Okay, so this is My Little Pony lunchbox that I've had since like third grade, and it is my one lunchbox, and it is pretty threadbare, which is why it's on its last legs here. But it's my lunchbox, and it's special, and it's the one I have, and I don't want it to change. So I'm going to sort of like kick at the other person's ankle a little bit as I use my other arm to kind of like wrap over theirs. But hey, it's mine.
Okay, make me a might roll. This is going to be a physical attack, so if you have any skills relating to that, they will apply. And also, the difficulty will be 3, so you need a 9 or
Well, I
better.
rolled a 19.
All right. So that what that does is since this is a combat of sorts, you can choose to deal 3 points of damage to this young boy, or you can choose to take a minor effect. So that could be something like trip up or a
Yeah, I just
knock to the
want to
side, something
notice
like that.
them. Yeah, I just want to kind of. I want to be able to fully get the lunchbox out of their grasp. So, if that means push them a little extra further away, or if it means I'm just very good at snatching it, but I don't want to do any damage to them.
Okay, so what I'll say for your minor effect is that you're able to get the lunchbox from them without, and as you kind of pull it back, you see that what looked to be a bit of damage is actually the zipper had come down, so the lunchbox itself is still together. You just kind of need to zip it up. And he kind of looks at you, and once he realizes that it wasn't his, he just kind of almost lunges back and just goes, "Oh, sorry."
No, no, I mean it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. And I scurry off and then go try to find Cameron.
All right, so you managed to get your lunch. You managed to avoid being to have an issue there. Let's see. I don't believe Cameron is doing anything to be unnoticed. So roll me an intelligence check. The difficulty will be 2, and it will determine how quickly you're able to find them.
15.
All right, you are able to find Cameron pretty quickly. Cameron, where are you?
So, Cameron, there was no way they were going to have any sort of money for like lunch or have a lunch with them. So they're kind of in a table like by themselves, sitting on their hands as they kick their feet back and forth, as they're trying to keep their minds away from the millions of smells of different delicious cuisines that's try to infiltrate their nostrils. And he's just trying to think of like memories, keep himself preoccupied with something. He's looking around and almost looks like someone that is not like fully like out there per se, but just like try to do something to keep himself preoccupied. But yeah, they're just kicking their legs and whistling and just kicking to the side to try to ignore the food smell that's coming in.
Yeah, I see you sitting by yourself at the table, and I slide on. And is it like a bench situation? Like imagine like those picnic benches type things.
Oh, okay.
I slide next to you and put the faded purple lunchbox down in front of you. Hey, I've been looking for you everywhere. I start unzipping it, and there's a peanut butter sandwich, and I take it out and tear it in half and hand half to Cameron.
Aren't you hungry?
Well, aren't you?
Oh,
He shouldn't lie. So yes, but I feel bad taking your food.
You're not taking it. I'm sharing it with you.
Okay, thank you.
You-
Oh,
And
You're
they'll
welcome.
they'll grab the peanut butter jelly and pretty much 4 bites. Like there's barely any chewing involved until towards the end where the peanut butter is just so stuck inside his mouth because there's just layers. You know how sticky peanut butter gets. He's just like, oh, this is so, it's so. I was so. Oh, is there a water fountain here? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'll go find some water or something. Here, you take this, and I throw the other half of the sandwich at him. Go try to find like a water cup. Uh, like one of those little like paper cup things that they have.
oh
Mm, okay,
yeah. Reed's
so
Reed's face.
so
Reed's face.
first of all, I'm going to award all four of you one experience point for the role play you all have been doing up until this point. And second, to Hannah, I will offer you for a one experience point for a short term benefit is that you are able to find the one of the kind of one of those reusable like bottles that they sell. You see kind of one person is handing them out just randomly to kind of promote the zoo. And I will say for one experience point, you are able to kind of flag one down.
Oh, absolutely. I flag one down. I take it. I fill it up in the nearest potable water source I see and scurry right back to Cameron.
Oh,
Just
uh,
want to make sure you're
thank you.
okay.
Thank God. Thank you. Oh, wow. Wow. Where'd you find this?
There was a guy and he was giving it out and it seemed free and said you were thirsty, so I wanted to give you water because and hey, now you have a cup that you can take if you want.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm not going to turn down water. I mean,
And you just see them, you see them just chug it down. Oh, probably like a third down, and they just wipe their lips.
it says, this, ah, I was hungry all day. Like, there was like cotton candy in it, there was popcorn smells, and then we kept going past those little booths. And it just kept hitting my stomach, and I was like, "Oh, everyone got food. I don't have food." It was hurting, but this. Thank you so much for this. This really, ah, it hits the spot.
It hits the spot. They kind of like, uh, use the back of their hand to wipe off a corner from their
I was
mouth.
like, well, I, well, uh, uh, are you okay hanging out with me? I'm presuming there's like people. Wait,
I've been looking for you all day. And it's hard sometimes, but you've been okay, right? Like those mean kids haven't bothered you again.
no, no, I think it's because we have a couple of teachers that's looking out and watching over everyone, so they can't do anything right now.
Okay, you remember what I showed you though, right?
Yes.
And you
Good.
see them just like practice the punch, which you can definitely tell that they've been practicing a bit, but it's just that one move.
Oh, that was good. That was good. But remember, it's like what they were always telling me. Like you gotta keep it straight and twisted to the very end, okay? Because you're little, so you gotta get all the force right at the end.
At the end. Okay. I could do that. Hopefully, I wouldn't have to do that here. I mean, why would they try to mess with me at the zoo? That would be.
I don't know. I mean, most of my bullies are girls, so they don't hit me. It's different. So I don't know what boy
Why,
bullies do. Um,
why would someone bully you?
I'm I they shouldn't, but they do, because I'm different. And they've got the fancy clothes, and you and I don't have fancy clothes, and I don't know. It seems like we gotta stick together.
Oh, so it doesn't change when you get older.
Not from here. Maybe when we're like 18, it'll be better.
But that's such a long time from now. That's like 8 years from now. I'm gonna have like gray. Well, I already have gray hair, but I'm gonna have even more gray hair by that time.
I mean, I think it looks good. You can have gray hair. I mean, some people have glasses, and some people have gray hair. I don't know.
Well, 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 thank you. I'm glad you like it. I mean, as long as someone likes it, it's like a. I'm the only one with gray hair in the class. So it's nice. But
Yeah, I mean, it's you, and you can't change it. I mean, unless you wanted to like get hair dye, I guess. But it seems like a lot of work. But only if you want to. You shouldn't if you don't want to.
how much does that cost?
I, I, I mean, depends. But money.
Yeah, I was scared about that. I was like, unless I can find one for free, or maybe at like the school where they have, they have like these first aid kits, and then there's like this little booth. I don't know what they're for, but they seem to have like little plastic wrappers. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be used for, but yeah, I would maybe somewhere around there.
I'd have to look, but maybe you could use stuff for all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, maybe they have there.
Um, do, do you want my goldfish?
What?
Are you talking about the snacks?
The goldfish crackers. Do you want them?
Oh, we can. Well, I don't want to take all your food. Can we just like share?
Yeah. I take like 3 or 4 of the little goldfish crackers and pass the rest of the plastic bag over.
Wait, do you have any homework or schoolwork you have to do too?
Yeah, are you doing the scavenger hunt?
We're doing it too, right? Or
No.
is ours different? Oh, we're not doing.
No, we just got asked questions. Um, so no scavenger hunt for us.
Oh, yeah, we,
What
we,
is
we
yours like?
well, you got to go around. You got to answer the questions and solve the puzzle, and it's not a very hard puzzle. It's just they're not giving us enough time to do it, and there's a lot of cool things to see, and all the animals they're really cool. The
You want to
seals.
go now? If you don't have enough time, then maybe we could get it now when no one's looking.
I don't think we're supposed to leave, but I also agree with you that we should leave.
Well, what do you want to do?
I think we should ask Rowan and Mindy because they would know what would get us in trouble or not.
Okay, I think the teacher said as long as we tell them where we're going, then we should be fine to split up as long as we're buddies. I guess you all will be buddies, even though you all are a different age group with me. But yeah, okay, let's. Oh, you see
I
Rowan and
haven't
me?
seen my buddy all day. Zach was supposed to be my buddy, and we got off the bus, and I haven't seen him since. I I,
Why?
I think he's making out with Natalie behind the monkey house.
With the cooties? Oh my god, I gotta share cooties like that. That's nasty.
Yeah, I don't get it either, but at least he's leaving me alone.
Do you want what? I thought you don't want to be alone. Don't you want to work together with this?
Yeah, but I don't want to work with Zach.
Oh, you don't like him?
He doesn't like me.
Hi.
If I could figure out why everyone didn't like me who didn't like me, I'd they could be a very long list, and I've worked on those lists for a very long time, and I don't think now's the time to get into it. I don't want to think about the list for all the reasons why people don't like me. Maybe some other time if you really want to see them, but
No,
I don't
it
really want to
just
share them.
you are one of the bestest people that I know. So it's just really confusing. Like I don't understand why someone wouldn't like you. But okay, maybe later.
Maybe later.
Okay, but where's Rowan and Minnie?
I think they went to go buy food, so we'd have to go back over there. But are you feeling better about being up by all the food now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm good now. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah, I follow you because that's the big kids area, and I'll get lost.
yeah, come on. I zip up the lunchbox and make sure that you've still got the goldfish in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go and
All
walk
right.
back towards where I think they are.
And Rowan and Mindy, as you all are making your way into the food court, you join the chaotic rush of people who are all moving about. You see that there are four main shops open. There is a number of different places for food. None of them have the like logo of any particular business on them, but they all have the kind of Cleveland Metro Park Zoo logo instead. But you see like a place with burgers, with coffee, with pizza, things like that. So I will leave things to you all to decide how you proceed.
All right. So are you feeling barbecue, hamburgers? Is that tacos?
Ooh.
I don't know. I feel like I could go for a taco.
Tacos are good. I like tacos.
Let's go.
Tacos. Is it Tuesday? Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Any day's Tuesday if you just ignore the calendar.
That is scientifically accurate.
So how have you been enjoying the zoo? Have you lost your buddy too?
I mean, I don't even remember where my buddy was. Like, I just was wandering around checking boxes, and then all of a sudden I heard the teacher yelling.
I had Brad. I saw him once on the bus, and then he left. But I'm not too upset. As much as I like the theater kids can get on my nerves a little
Yeah, he's a little dramatic.
bit. Great for his theater activities, but I don't want to hear everything.
Everything's just got to be a play, right? Like our show. He's always putting on a show all the time. He's got to sing everything.
Watch as he's the one who's going to win like an Oscar or something.
Yeah, I'll be kicking myself for not marrying him earlier.
Wait, what?
Well, wouldn't you want to get married to like some famous actor? Then you don't have to worry about anything, right?
Yeah, until they like run off with the new youngest model,
I mean,
or even worse, a singer.
singers are the worst. I guess we'll just have to work on our singing.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so. All right, what kind of tacos do you want?
Do they have carne asada?
Looking up at the menu.
Sure.
Yes.
And just like whatever the hottest hot sauce is. Feeling spicy today.
Sure, you are able to find plenty of hot sauce as well as a very expensive carne asada. The whole ensemble is about $40-50 at this point, but you are able to do it.
All right. Hope thought this would have been this expensive. Like I expect this from like Chipotle, but like not from the zoo.
Oh, well, like the zoo, the fair, they're always like crazy expensive, right? Like they don't. That's where they make all their money. I hear they don't make any money on tickets. It's always just it's like going to the movies and buying a drink for $15. It's crazy.
That's why they don't want you to sneak the snacks in. I mean,
right?
I still do it anyhow because, like,
Because you're a rebel.
exactly. Secretly, don't tell my secrets.
It's okay.
All right, we should go back and find the others because
At this point,
Yeah, it's getting a little late, I guess.
I am going to do a GM intrusion.
oh no.
So, as you all are talking, you catch out of the corner of your eye two members of the football team begin to you see them start talking loudly, and you see one of them who you recognize to be, you think the quarterback, or maybe the second, you aren't sure, and he pulls the football that he was holding and he tosses it. And you see the person that he's throwing it to reach up for it, and you realize he is not going to catch it. So what I need from both of you here, this is going to be a GM intrusion turning the two of you. I need for you to make a speed defense roll. The base difficulty is going to be 3. However, you all are carrying food, so that's going to boost it up to a 4. So that means you need a 12 to avoid dropping things and getting hit with a football.
He's super mad at the game of football. Tacos are gonna go everywhere. Oh, I
Not my
got 2.
What was I supposed to beat?
12.
12 or higher.
I got a-
Does I add a 1 next to mine?
I got a 13.
Alright, so Rowan, you see what's happening out of the corner of your eye just fast enough that you are able to stop and take a step backwards. Mindy, you don't see what's happening until after he's already missed the catch, and for just that moment, you realize what's going to happen, and the football hits you square in the chest. The plate that you had been balancing gets upturned, and you get hot sauce and taco sauce all down the front of your shirt.
Son of a bitch!
Watch
You
where
both
you're probably
you both will gain an experience point for that.
This is a zoo, not a football field.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you will be.
And you see the one who failed the catch runs over and kind of picks up the football and goes, sorry about that. Here, and you see him kind of reach into the jersey he's wearing and pull out a 20 and just kind of hand it over. So you can get another one.
20? 20 is not gonna fix my clothes, okay? Or my dignity.
I don't really think I can pay for the last one, but I can pay for the tacos.
Well, you're cute, so that's a start.
Okay, and you see just kind of hand the bunny while taking the football in his other hand. Do you take the money?
Only if I can take your number.
Roll intelligence. This would be a social roll, so it'll be under intelligence. Do you have any social related skills? They would apply.
Actually, I do. It's called inability. I'm bad at charming and persuading people.
All right. So the difficulty was 3. However, because of an inability, it will go up to 4. So roll me a d20, a 12 or better.
And I have an
does he get
edge
like
of
an
1,
asset?
so they kind of
Does he-
cancel each other out.
Does he
Right?
get like an asset for the football hit in the dress?
In this case, the money is making up for that, so I'm going to say no asset. The edge, unless you would like to spend a level of effort on this task, which you certainly could, the edge will not apply. So if you would like to spend a level of effort, you can. It will take, if you have a level of edge, it will take 2 points from your intelligence pool. to do so, and it'll bring it down to 3 again.
So that would make the roll 11 or higher then. I need to hit
3, it makes it 9 or higher.
9 or higher. Okay. Yeah, why not? We're living dangerously.
Okay, spin the points.
Live like there's no tomorrow, ladies. This thing will roll. Roll 20 is so slow.
God. You see him, he kind of... he hesitates for a moment before just kind of shrugging. And he reaches into the jersey he was wearing, and he pulls what looks to be kind of like an actually laminated card, and he kind of hands it over to you, and he goes, "This has my phone number on it. I guess it's really more for like the football team and stuff, but you can call if you want."
What should I call you?
Zach.
Hi, Zach. I'm Mindy.
Oh, nice to meet you. Hey, listen, I gotta get back with the team, but sorry about that.
It's okay, Jack. Zach. Jack.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
He runs off.
Such a fancy card.
You buy a football and you got it.
Well, you know, when opportunity strikes. Sometimes literally.
Oh my goodness! Are you gonna get more tacos?
You know, he did give me the money, so pay for about half of it, I think.
Well, I mean, I did.
Oh, that's true. Your tacos are fine.
No, I mean, my was a little expensive because I got, the extra guacamole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. I'll wait for you.
Okay, thanks.
All right. But it does take you some time to get back to the front of the line, but thankfully there are no football related accidents this time. And you're able to get a few extra napkins to kind of help with the mess. And the 4 of you are able to come together just as Mindy is returning with a fresh plate of carne asada.
Like wiped off what she can of the hot sauce stains, but she's still a little blood spattered.
So we've been together while Mindy was in line.
We will say that Cameron and Hannah are coming up just as Mindy is starting to make her way back.
I still can't believe out of everything his number. You could have at least asked for the quarterback's number.
Well, the other one left already. I was just, gotta work with what you got. I'm not gonna chase him.
Let's go eat real quick. I don't know how much time we have left.
Fair enough. I'm hungry.
Oh. Hannah.
I found my friend. We're back. Oh no, Mindy, what happened?
Oh, long story. I'm a football player. It's okay though.
Did he get you some club soda for that?
No. He got me some new tacos though, and his number.
Who was it?
Zach something. I don't know. Maybe I'll call him later. I don't know.
Wait, Zach P or Zach R?
Zach. I didn't ask his last name.
Because there's a lot of Zachs. There's
true.
Zach P, there's Zach B, there's Zach R, and
Which one's the good one?
There's the good one?
Football Zach.
I think that's Zach P, but he's you know he was making out with Natalie, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
That was a bitch, so I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, he said a bad word.
Yeah, he's gonna do that. she's gonna do that. We say bad words sometimes. It's okay. Just if you're not comfortable, just I don't know, put earmuffs.
Who's this?
This is my friend Cameron. Cameron,
Oh, hi,
this is
Cameron.
Mindy. This is Rowan.
I
They are mostly nice to me.
Nice to meet you, Cameron.
Same.
nice,
Hi.
How's
nice
the
to
zoo?
meet you.
You having fun?
It smells really good here.
It does smell really good, especially all this food.
I I got to see uh the underwater exhibits.
Ooh, that's
Did you,
fun.
did you know the octopus is the smartest underwater animal? I thought
Definitely
they
one of
were
the
dolphins.
coolest.
I I knew that.
Oh, you
And
did?
there's also octopuses that can change their color. And actually, it's octopuses, not octopi, because it's Greek, not Latin. So you can say octopuses.
Oh, wow. Somebody's a smarty pants. I think you're getting an A.
I hope so.
Amazing. You learned all of that from just this trip alone?
No, I spend a lot of time at the library, and there's lots of like National Geographic magazines and other stuff about animals, and I like the
Uh,
library.
well, I'm glad that you like to spend time there. It's, it's kind of big, so it kind of uh, it's kind of overwhelming a little bit.
It's not so bad if you find a nice corner, right? Right, Rowan, Mindy, you like the library too, right?
Oh, yeah, I love the library. Have to get good grades, okay? Like, it's not like, cannot be flunking school. That's just not cool at all.
No.
Mm. And a lot of the people where I stay at, they flick out because they say that it's not important, you know, and I don't like where they're going.
Well,
Oh,
no, that's why you're gonna be with us, because school's cool, and they're cool, and I like school, and
You all like football players, right?
Some of them have their charms, but no.
So if you're a so wait, because it sounds like if you're a football player, it makes it easier to make friends, but that's not right. Is that right?
I
I
mean,
mean,
they're popular.
plus you play on a team, right? So, like, you have to kind of be friends with the other players, I feel. Like, otherwise, it's really hard to play together.
Maybe I should football. Yeah, I can make friends.
As you all are having this conversation, you begin to pick up a bit of noise coming from the street just outside the zoo. And as you look over, you can see a small crowd of people has started to form. You can see some of them have what looks to be like signs, so from where you're in position, you can't see the front of them. And they seem to just be kind of having a loud conversation. There's enough people talking that you can't really make out the words. It's more just sounds like a lot of static, a lot of mumbling.
What do the signs say?
From your position, you can't see them. You can see
Oh,
the front of the signs.
oh, okay.
I'm too small, Kate. What's going on over there?
Uh, a bunch of people with signs. Yeah, I don't see what they say.
I can't see either. But we should. I am equal parts terrified and curious. I want to go, but it also seems like a bad idea.
Well, we could get close enough. And then if it is something, we just walk away. Quickly.
Like a pack.
Yes!
Buddy system.
Buddy system.
Buddy system.
Except for instead of 2, we'll have 4. Well,
Okay.
3, because we've got to keep him safe.
Thank you. Uh, I can't really see, so I just follow you. And can you just tell me what it says? What's happening?
Well, uh, I'm gonna grab your hand. Like, no, we'll go together, right? Mindy, you too.
Yeah. Stick together, team.
See, I said they would know what to do. That was the good idea, or the bad idea, or the thing that would get us in trouble. So this won't get us in trouble because they never get in trouble.
You're
Oh,
right.
that's really not true. We just don't get in trouble often.
You just got to learn how to get out of trouble.
I still think Miss Wallace is very upset about the printer.
You get out of trouble?
What did you do with the printer?
Oh, I'm at school newspaper and I jammed it. Tried to fix it. Broke the printer.
Well, you know, that kind of thing happens, right? Like, you can't be
Can
mad forever.
I have you all make me this is going to be a stealth roll, so it's going to be from your speed pool, and if you have any skills related to being stealthy or not noticed, they will apply. And the base difficulty of this is going to be 3.
I've got balancing. I don't know.
I'm going to say balancing is not going to help you in this situation. This is
No,
more
that's
about
fair.
being unnoticed by the adults, keeping an eye on you.
So a 3 is a 9?
Yep,
Not
you
good
need a
at
9 or
sneaking.
better on the D20.
Ooh.
Not good at sneaking, but I am good at actions involving identifying and understanding the supernatural.
That is also a future time. Future time.
I
9 on the dot.
Ooh, okay. I rolled an 8. So can I spend, and I have 1 edge in speed.
I got 9.
So can I
Probably not
take
good
my
enough.
pool of 11 down to 9 to make this dice a 9?
If you would like to spend a level of effort to reduce the difficulty, you can do that. So you would need to spend some points from your speed pool. Ordinarily, you would decide that before rolling, but we're all learning the system, so that's all right. There'll be some growing pains, but yes, you can spend a level of effort to bring the difficulty down from 3 to 2 for you, which means you don't need a 6 on the dice. So I believe you would have succeeded.
Cool.
All right, and Cameron.
Well, it makes perfect sense due to their background and such. They got a natural 20. Some folks were made. So pay attention to
Okay.
Yeah,
So what I will say in this situation, you are able to kind of help guide your friends here to move unnoticed, just kind of around and with the crowd. So I will say on the next task here, y'all will have an asset on that roll, which, you know, may be useful. But as you all are making your way through, you are able to kind of blend in with the group, and you make it towards the main entranceway to the zoo. And as you do so, you find the crowd is beginning to grow, and you see people are coming in from all over with different signs. You can start to read some of them, and they seem to be in protest against a business that had moved in recently. It says, you know, down with MedCorp, and as you see, some of them are holding these signs. I am going to give all 4 of you a GM intrusion.
Oh, no.
So as you all are walking out of the main entrance of the zoo, you just getting out front, and as more and more people begin to join, you find yourselves being kind of pushed into the flow of traffic, and you're almost being pulled away or swept away with the crowd.
As the crowd starts pushing us, I want to like keep one hand on the strap of Cam's backpack, just to kind of like keep us together.
Okay. All right. So you all can add 1 experience point to your character sheets. There won't be a free one this time, and it's being given to all of you. But you all can add that 1 point, and you find yourselves being kind of pushed towards the central, this main street here. You can see there's a what looks to be like a large, not quite a mob, but a large community of people who are all, yelling and complaining about something. And as you all get there, you see in the distance a set of police cars beginning to pull up. Some of them with what looks to be riot shields in hand. And one of them, a police officer with a bullhorn, steps out and yells, "It's time for you all to disperse. You'll have the count of 3 to get out of here, or we will break up the crowd." What are you all doing?
Are Mindy and Rowan still near us?
Yes, I will say y'all have been able to keep yourselves together.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's time to go. I think we go right back that way.
Okay, I'm starting to feel like the Lion King, so we should be careful. Otherwise, we end up like Mufasa.
Oh.
Don't worry, there's no cliffs nearby, and my name's
Wait,
not
kid?
Scar.
Wait, kids your age have actually seen that movie? That's still a classic?
Well, we don't really have new movies in our area. We only have really like old like Disney films. So like the Little Mermaid, like it's just old movies. Like we have like is it called VCR? And we have a VCR and like a small TV.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we should get back to the group before we get in trouble.
I think you're probably right, and we probably should get back to the group and everything, but it sounds like there's something bad, though. If there's something bad, we should help, right? No, we should go back.
We should. The police said to disperse. And if
Yeah, we're just. I mean, this seems like a police matter. These adults are. I don't know what these adults are doing, but I've seen videos of this stuff, and you really don't want to be here.
Okay, yeah, we should go. Cam, let's go. All right.
Okay.
As you all are trying to get to extricate yourselves from this group, I need you to make me a might roll. This is going to be a contest of strength, and as anyone who's been in a crowd will tell you, it is very difficult to move against the crowd once you're in the middle of it. So the difficulty of this is going to be 5.
Oh no!
Oh,
which
now I
means
do-
what?
15 on the dice. 15 or better.
I do have a level trained in might defense. Is that a thing?
I will allow it to work for this.
And so that means I have to roll a 14?
Yes. No, it goes down 1 stage, so it goes down to 4, so you know, 12.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay.
So I have a
my
lot
God.
of stuff for bite, but I'm not sure what applies before or. So what would I use?
Only skills will apply here. None of the things more related to extra abilities will work.
Okay, would lift and throw work then? No, I don't think so.
You're not lifting or
Okay.
throwing at the moment.
Yeah, I
so
was
I'm
thinking.
going to say
Could be.
no.
So,
That would be a very different check. That would be a very different check.
But
Alright.
protesters flying everywhere.
right? So who's yeeting all the protesters?
No, the protesters are fine. Yeet the cops.
Oh, you think I right?
Gotta get to them
Very,
first.
very different check. All right.
But you said we can use bite defense to be habit, right?
Yes, if you're trained in my defense, that will apply.
Okay. Wow. 16.
Okay,
that
you have a
was-
16.
I got an 11.
So you
Might's
got
not
one
my strong
success
thing.
and one fail.
we got the asset too, right? Everyone got an asset from our
Yes,
last
yes, you do
actual
have
voting.
one asset, so it would go down to
Yeah.
one more stage. So it would go down to 5 to 4 for everyone, and then if you're trained in might defense, it would go from 4 to 3.
I rolled an 11, so until we applied that asset, I had failed.
All right, we've got 2 successes.
Shout out to the 11 team.
So, Mindy, what
I got
about
17.
you? All right. So it looks like we've got 3 successes and 1 fail. So what's happening? You all are pushing your way through. Rowan begins to kind of fall behind. And as you're kind of slowing your pace to kind of make sure that she is pulled with you, you aren't sure if it's one of the protesters or if it's one of the police officers, as someone throws something. And once it's almost like the world goes quiet for a moment as people begin to respond. You can see other protesters beginning to grab rocks off the ground, and they begin to throw things towards the police, and the police begin to line up with shields, just as you all manage to pull yourself from the crowd and to begin to make your way back towards the entrance of the zoo. What are you all doing?
Wait, what? Roll is with us, right?
Yes, we all managed to grab Rowan.
I look at Rowan and Minnie go, you were right. That was bad.
Yeah, we should go back to the teachers.
You know, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're going. We're going. We're walking here. Excuse us.
All right. As you all are making your way back towards the entrance, you see most of your classmates have been split up back into their groups. You see several different adults are going through the counts and trying to make sure that each person is there. And you hear someone go, "Hannah? Does anyone know where Hannah is?" And another person calls out, I don't have Rowan either. Does anyone know where Rowan is?" "Oh, I don't have Cameron. I have to. I take to watch my kids. I'm going to go and see if they went off to the bathroom." And then another person, Mindy, where are you, Mindy?
Don't
What are y'all
worry,
doing?
we're right here.
Go quickly, get back into your lines. Oh, okay. All right, with the 4 of you. All right, we should have everyone. All right, everyone, stay here near the entrance. We are going to. I'm calling the buses around, and as she says that, you'll see a what looks to be like a armored truck, almost like a bank vehicle, begin to make its way around the corner, where a number of protesters begin to hit the side of it. And you can see in big bold letters, you have the words Medicorp on the side. And as they begin to hit it, the driver, you aren't sure if they panicked or if they had been trying to hit some of the protesters, but they swerve and the truck hits the side of the building before tipping over.
Oh, that's not good at all.
All right, everyone back inside and as she says that, you will hear what sounds almost like the ignition of a pilot light. It's very quiet before the back of the truck bursts into flame. And then you all see a cloud of green gas begin to fill the air. And I need for all of you to make me a might defense roll at difficulty 5.
Oh no.
As this happens, you hear the rest of the zoo burst into a panic. Students begin to kind of rush back towards the exhibits. You all find the line has been broken into chaos. What did we get? Difficulty 5. How many successes? How many failures?
Got a 16.
All right, 1 success.
So,
Got a,
go ahead.
I got a 6.
We're just gonna write a
That's
1
not
next
good.
to that.
Just,
A 6 is not going to be enough.
Uh, I have a 19, so can I use my minor effect to leap on top of Rowan to try to help him?
Sure. Sure. I will say you are able to prevent Rowan with a minor effect. I'll say you're able to stop Rowan from being trampled as people as everyone just starts kind of moving forward. You see Rowan trip over rocks or something, and she hits the ground, and you're able to kind of get over to her and get her back up. Hannah, what did
I
you
got
get?
a natural 20.
All right. So, with a natural 20 for a major effect, what I will say is you realize very quickly what's happening, and you don't necessarily think about it as you grab a hold of Mindy and Rowan and you pull them back towards the main entrance hall, the where the section where the gift shops and things are. As you watch as everyone else begins to panic, it's almost as if for just a moment the colder, logical part of you takes over, and you're able to pull them into basically this glass storefront, and you all are able to take cover for the moment. And you can see outside that this green smoke begins to billow out. But you all seem to be okay for the moment.
That was. Is everyone okay?
yeah, that was very scary. Cameron, are you okay?
I think so. Why? Why is somebody doing this?
Not sure. I wonder if we could just close the door.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah. Can I like sort of leech off that 20 and close the door and try to see if I can like seal up anything or like find.
Are you attempting to close the door, Hannah?
Yes, I'm going to, as like I imagine, like since I'm ushering Mindy and Rowan, and Cam is attached to Rowan, kind of like ushering them all in, and I'm kind of like keeping my back to the outside while they're inside, and like close the door behind me, and we're all kind of like in this space. And as I'm listening, I'm kind of looking around for anything to kind of, yeah. So I want to close the door, and if that's possible, look around the space for stuff to kind of seal up the door or something, or find a place to go away from.
As you begin to do this, I'm going to do a GM intrusion. Now, you can choose to spend 2 experience points to refuse the GM intrusion. That is your right.
No, because we gotta let it happen, right? Like, it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
It's up to you. All right, then you will gain 1 experience point. You can award another to another person of your choosing. As Hannah goes to close the door, there is a gust of wind, and for just a moment, you all see, almost like out of a hurricane movie, the door pulls open, and Hannah is pulled back outside and disappears into this spreading green cloud.
Hannah!
Cameron would run immediately to try to find Hannah. Like
Yeah.
the second.
Yeah, Rowan would be right on Cam's heels.
Wait, where? No!
And you just see them try to dart into to the area.
The 4 of you run out, well, the 3 of you run out, and Hannah is pulled into the cloud. And as you all begin to breathe this gas, you begin to feel a burning sensation in your chest, almost like a very intense heartburn. and then it becomes harder to breathe. And as you look around, your vision begins to double.
Careful, it's tear gas.
That sounds supposed to be really bad for you. I don't know if they can hear me. I don't know if I can hear them. Can I hear them?
No.
Okay.
Hannah, as you are pulled further and further away, what is on your mind?
I think in this moment, with my chest tightening and my vision blurring, and it's harder and harder to breathe. As much as I care about these people, especially Cam and Rowan and Mindy, who are being nice to me now, this is good. I think my thoughts really do focus on my father, and I think about him and the stuff he tried to teach me, and the fact he's not here with me anymore. And there's like that little like sick twisted voice in the back of my head that wonders if this is what dying is like, and if this is what it felt like for him.
As you feel, as these thoughts begin to go through your mind, you begin to feel something. You feel different. And as you can feel this almost unknown wind pulling you backwards until you aren't sure if this thought comes from you or if it comes from someone or somewhere else. But you feel this presence, this will, and you step forward with all your strength, and you see the ground, the asphalt in front of you crack. And for the first time, the sensation pulling you back gives in. And you take another step, and the ground cracks again. And you manage to force yourself forward. And as you begin to come back to yourself, as you realize that this isn't the end, you feel a woman's hand on your back, almost pushing you forward. But as you look back, there's no one there.
I do a complete like 360, trying to like scrape my hands across the fog to see if I can like touch the hand that I thought was there, if there's any sort of tangible anything that they were behind me, if I can catch them before they go.
You don't see anyone. You don't feel anyone. You even find that pressure in your lungs fading. You begin to breathe easier, your vision solidifies, and even the smoke itself begins to fade, and you can clearly see in front of you. You can see Rowan a few feet in front of you, Cameron a little bit further behind, and Mindy bringing up the rear, and you can see them clearly as they are struggling to breathe.
Yeah, I'm gonna run towards them as fast as I can and try to push them back out of the fog. They're struggling. It's that same, I think, sort of instinct part of my brain, the physical muscle memory of things that I don't engage my upper anxiety thoughts with, but just what like my body does, and it does it on its own. Try to push them back out, try to save my friends.
All right. Cameron, as you make your way into this cloud, this green, you take step after step, and it begins to feel like someone has grabbed you and is pulling you further. And as you look around, Rowan seems to disappear, and Mindy's gone, and sound is gone. And you realize you are alone.
Well, what did I do? Hello? Anna? Rowan? Mindy? Yona? Is anyone there?
As you call out, you see a woman shadowed, surrounded in what looks to be like a gown of black and blue, almost the colors of the deepest parts of the night sky. It almost looks to you that her hair is made out of starlight, and she reaches for you. Do you accept her hand?
They turn their head to the side like, are you my mom?
There's no answer.
Okay. And they'll try to grab it. Like, where you have to find my friend.
As you take her hand, you feel her grip tighten, and for a moment you begin to panic. And as you look around and you try to pull your hand away, your vision focuses, and you realize you're not holding a person's hand. You've grabbed something. It's hard, maybe stone, and as you hold on to it, that pressure pulling you back seems to leave. And you can see Rowan just a bit in front of you. She's fallen to one knee. Mindy is next to you, and she seems to be staring off into the distance. And as your breathing eases, you realize the thing you're holding on to is the stone bench that was nearby. Only as you kind of realize what it is, you see your fingers have sinked almost an inch into the solid rock. And you see the more as the last vestiges of panic leaves, you hear this ripping and crunching sound, and you realize it's the stone giving way to your strength. And then you begin to hear Hannah calling out, and you can see her as she's making her way towards you. Only her posture is different. She seems to be moving fine. She doesn't seem to be struggling. If anything, she's almost moving in defiance of everything else going on around you.
What's happening? Rowan, are you okay? Mindy, are you, oh, wait. And I think Cameron's going to try to help Rowan up and Mindy up. Well, probably I think Rowan is the first one in front, so I think they would try to help Rowan first if she's on her knee. Can you say I see Rowan in front, right, and then Mindy was in front of Rowan? Or
Mindy is to your side, Rowan is in front of you, and then Hannah is further in front of you.
Okay, so Mindy's the closest. Yeah, then I would try to help Mindy up.
All right. Rowan, as you begin to move forward, you look around and you see this gas has surrounded you. You see the people around you have disappeared, and for a moment you begin to hear voices. They all sound distant, almost as if they're speaking to you through a swimming pool or down a long hallway. And as you try to focus on one, it's almost like 100 others join this chorus. And then your breathing tightens and you begin to heat up. It's almost as if a flame is buried deep within you. What is Rowan thinking?
Okay, so this isn't normal tear gas. Oh, I should not have had that extra hot spicy salsa for lunch. Mindy, Cameron, Hannah.
You call out and you receive 100 voices in return, all coming from everywhere around you. And you try to reach out just for one, just to quiet one. And as you do, you hear a voice, a gentle but firm woman. And what she says is barely above a whisper. And it takes almost a minute for you to fully process her words. And as you hear, as you understand, she tells you to be free. And almost as if commanded, the heat that had been building inside of you erupts, and a brilliant set of wings expand out from you, almost as if trying to ignite the world around you. An orange and blue fire spreads from one end of the street to the other. And as the flames begin to dissipate, the smoke is gone. Your breathing eases, and you catch sight of Hannah. You see Mindy, Cameron. You see everyone around you. For just a moment, the world seems to hold its breath as the birth of a phoenix.
Wait, to clarify, do we see her erupt in flames, or that was just inside the head?
You do. You do. The two of you do see this as well.
Panicking.
Rowan,
They're not smart enough to get like a bag or something.
what do we help?
They're gonna look for a bottle of water. They can see, or they're gonna get the water bottle that they had. They try to that had a bot and try to squirt her out.
You begin spraying Rowan with water. And Rowan, to you, you see the flames, but they don't feel hot. They feel natural. It feels as if, really, for the first time, you don't feel any pressure. You don't feel any weight. You don't feel any need to be anywhere or to do anything. You are free. And then a water bottle worth of water is gushes out across your front, and that moment of release is gone, and the wings of fire fade into the ether around you.
Oh, okay, that's not normal gas. Is my clothes still here? Please let my clothes still be here. I don't want it to be the embarrassment of this class.
Your clothes are fine. No, your clothes are fine. Your clothes are fine.
But I'm saying, like, no, Cammy was about to have the first nosebleed of his life. So,
Okay, the water bottle works. You were on fire. Wait, are you burned? Are you?
Maybe the gas is psychedelic.
What does that mean?
Can I turn and look at the path that I came from? Like, is the pavement still obviously like crunched in?
It is. You can see each step is a web of splintered and cracked stone.
I don't think it's psychedelic. I kind of step to the side and show off the damage I just dealt to the pavement. I think I did that. Yours was probably cooler though. But I don't think it's in our heads.
Mindy!
Mindy, as you see your friends disappear in front of you, and as you look back for Cammy, you find he's gone as well. And you look around and you find this green gas almost wrapping around you, almost suffocating, and you try to breathe, but it's like there's pressure pushing down on every part of you. And as you attempt to continue moving, but it's as if hands have grabbed you and are holding you tight. And as you look down, you find your fingers begin to split, and five become 10, and five again. And as you try to concentrate, you feel a presence. A woman's hand reaches out and gently taps you on your forehead, and you can feel that she says something, but the words are lost as for just a moment you find yourself split into two, then three, then four, then five, then six, and an army of copies steps into reality almost instantly, and you can feel they all acknowledge you, and you try to hold on to that moment as you feel whole in a way that you had never experienced before they all snap back like a rubber band, and you find you gasp for air as lungs of dozens of people attempt to breathe at once, and you find the gas begins to dissipate. You can see Rowan and Hannah and Cameron, who seem to be going through their own issues, changes, and as the four of you find yourselves standing in this cloud, this mist, this is where we are going to end our adventure for the evening.
Son of a.
And I am very thankful for you all helping me tell this wonderful story, as you all have gained some gifts, some abilities, some things, and we'll see how that goes for you. For those of you who are still watching with us, thank you for joining us on this ride. I will go ahead and let these wonderful people tell you where you can find them throughout the internet, and join us again at the same time next week to continue this story. And we will start, this time we'll start with Kira.
Hi, I'm Kira858. This has been an absolute blast. This cast is incredible. And yeah, I'm definitely excited for next week as we get to see what is next for our unique pairing of teenagers slash preteens. I think we still need to come up with a superhero team name, but we'll workshop that in Discord. um, in terms of content that we're working on, you can be able to follow all my stuff on twitch.tv/Kira858, as well as on YouTube at the Cookout TTRPGs, where you can find a wide variety of TTRPG goodness. We have been on a bit of hiatus as I've been working on a bit of well, I think it's already been discussed about before. I've established my own brand new comic book company, and my first comic should hopefully be releasing by the end of the year. So keep an eye out for that. And we may have some new projects coming out in the future, perhaps sometime next year. And we'll definitely keep you all updated with those released. But yeah, just follow me on Twitter at the Kira858, Blue Sky if you're on there, or Threads, the whole gauntlet of social media, so you can be able to find me under the Kira858. And yeah, can't wait for next week.
All right, next up, Diachromaniac.
Hi, this was so much fun. It was so good playing with everybody again. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see where this happens next. Yeah, I basically just hang out on Tumblr now. I don't know. So Diachromaniac at Tumblr. I make stupid memes of stoats and pirate hats. Check it out.
All right, next up, Sir Monolith.
Yeah, I'm at Sir Monolith on Twitter as well as Blue Sky, but those are both fairly quiet at the moment. We'll work on other projects and the baby. So just check me out here for now. Usually find me lurking around Ree's domain.
All right, next up, Small Shadow Stack.
Hi, again, I am Ari. I am usually here tormenting Bree because this is my life now and I enjoy it. But I am also over on the Gremlin Collective. We will be having stuff out towards the end of this year, because I am finally editing things, so yay me. But you can find me Twitter, while it's still alive, at Small Shadow Snack. I refuse to call it X, so we are going with Twitter. I am over on both Blue Sky and Hive as Aurelia Crane. And just there's nothing over there. I mean, I haven't been active on social media.
All right, and with that, our cast has said hello. So please join us next week as we continue our adventure and we can see where the story of these young people goes and see if the world is ready for what they bring.